Ritesh was always the kind of person who chased perfection. He believed that everything in his life should go exactly the way he planned it. Otherwise, he would feel completely restless. Welcome to my channel, 30-Minute Book Summaries. One day at the office, his presentation went badly. His boss gave him a harsh scolding in front of everyone. For the rest of the day, Ritesh could think of nothing else. Even after he got home, his mood didn't improve. He kept asking himself, why is my life such a mess? Why can't I control anything? In that low mood, he opened his laptop, but had no energy to work. He started scrolling aimlessly and came across a book recommendation. The title caught his eye, When Things Don't Go Your Way, by Haemin Sunim. Something about it made him stop. He ordered the book that night. Lesson 1. Embrace Impermanence. When the book arrived, the very first page had these words: Embrace impermanence. Recognize that all aspects of life are transient. Ritesh wasn't sure what to make of it at first, but he kept reading. The first chapter told the story of a small village that had been waiting desperately for rain. There had been a drought for many months. Every single day, the villagers prayed, but the rain never came. Then one day, a wise monk arrived in the village. The villagers stopped him and said, "Please help us. Why won't it rain?" The monk smiled gently and replied, "Your problem is not that it isn't raining. Your problem is that you believe happiness and suffering are permanent. If the rain isn't coming, this too is just a passing phase. Accept it. Everything changes." Ritesh found this strange. So does that mean the bad things in my life will change too? He kept reading. The book said that we often make our pain and problems so huge in our minds that we believe they will never end. But the truth is, just like day turns into night, every situation changes. The words were simple, but their depth hit Ritesh hard. He thought back to college when he had failed an exam. At the time, he truly believed his life was over. But looking back now, that failure meant nothing. It was just another experience. One that passed. He put the book down and sat quietly on the sofa. A question came to his mind. If everything is impermanent, do I even fully enjoy the good moments in my life? He picked the book back up. It said, "Impermanence doesn't just mean accepting pain. It means you should also fully live your happy moments, because those too will not last forever." Ritesh grabbed his phone and typed a note. Life is like a flowing river. It keeps moving. It doesn't stay in one place. You can't hold on to the water, but you can enjoy its coolness while it's in your hands. He thought about the monk's story again. If the villagers had understood that the drought was also just a passing phase, they wouldn't have suffered so much. And now, looking at his own presentation disaster, this is also temporary. I can do better next time. Why am I making this such a big deal? It was 11 p.m., but Ritesh felt calm for the first time in days. He set the book aside and made a promise to himself. Tomorrow, he would wake up early, go to the gym, meditate, and start the day with fresh eyes. Impermanence means every morning is a new beginning. Lesson 2. Practice gratitude. The next morning, the alarm went off. Ritesh almost hit snooze, just like he always did. But then he remembered his promise from the night before. No, today is different. This is my new beginning. He got out of bed, walked to the window, and opened it. The morning air was cool and gentle. He took a deep breath. He picked up the book and read the second lesson, Practice Gratitude. It said, we usually focus on what we don't have, but if we learn to be thankful for what we already have, our mindset and outlook on life can completely change. The book said, "Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance." Ritesh put the book down and thought about the past few weeks. He had been constantly complaining: work pressure, the boss's scolding, traffic, daily frustration. But had he ever stopped to think about what he actually had? He grabbed his notebook and wrote, "Today I am grateful for 1. This morning, which gave me a chance to work on myself. 2. A steady job that gives me security and growth. 3. The love of my friends and family, which is always with me." As he wrote these things down, he felt something shift inside him, a quiet kind of peace. The book then told the story of a poor farmer whose crops were completely destroyed one season. He cried and complained to God, "I already had so little, and now even this is gone. How will I survive?" A monk passing by asked him, "What do you have?" The farmer said angrily, "Nothing." The monk smiled and said, "Are you not alive? Do you not have another chance to try?" He was always so focused on what went wrong that he forgot how much he still had. The book suggested a simple exercise. Every morning or every night, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Ritesh decided to start immediately. That same day at the office, he tried to practice gratitude even in traffic. Instead of getting annoyed, he thought, "I'm grateful I can drive and that I have a car." During lunch, he appreciated having colleagues he could laugh and talk openly with. But the most powerful moment came in the evening when his father asked, "How was your day, son?" Ritesh had always taken this for granted, but this time he stopped. "Papa asks me this every single day. He cares about me. This small thing, how important it really is." He looked at his father and said warmly, "It was good, Papa. How was yours?" His father smiled the kind of smile that money can never buy. That night, Ritesh wrote in his gratitude journal, 1. Despite being stuck in traffic, I didn't lose my calm. 2. Laughing with friends at lunch made my whole day. 3. A small conversation with Papa. That meant everything. The book said one more thing that stayed with him. Gratitude is not just about big things. It's about finding joy in small, everyday moments. Ritesh realized he had always been chasing big things, missing the small ones. The first sip of morning tea, a cool breeze, someone's smile. The next morning he went into the kitchen and saw his mother making breakfast for him, just like she did every single day. He walked over to her and said, "Thank you, Ma. You always do so much for me." His mother looked surprised. Ritesh had never said something like this before. But the smile that appeared on her face, that was priceless. Gratitude was not just changing how Ritesh thought, it was transforming his relationships too. Lesson 3. Welcome discomfort. Days passed. Ritesh was growing, slowly but surely. But life, as it always does, brought a new challenge. There was a big client presentation at the office. Ritesh had worked hard on it, but the client's questions were so difficult that he panicked, and his entire preparation fell apart. After the meeting, his boss called him in and said, "Ritesh, you need to do better. This wasn't what I expected from you." Those words kept ringing in his ears all the way home. He had practiced impermanence. He had practiced gratitude, but he still wanted to run away from uncomfortable situations. That evening, the book's 3rd lesson was waiting for him. Welcome discomfort. He read, "Instead of resisting uncomfortable situations, approach them with a welcoming attitude. This mindset allows for personal growth and resilience." Ritesh closed the book. Welcome discomfort? How is that even possible? I've always tried to run away from it. He read on. The book told the story of a young man who was trying to climb a mountain. The first time, he gave up after just a few steps. He told himself, "This is too hard. I can't do this." But then he spoke to his teacher. The teacher said, "Every discomfort has come to teach you something. If you embrace it, It will make you stronger, but if you fear it, it will always keep you weak. The young man accepted his fear. He started climbing again, this time thinking with every step, "This is making me stronger." And eventually he reached the top. I tried to avoid the discomfort. What if I had accepted it and prepared better? Maybe I could have handled it. He also thought about school, how terrified he was of public speaking. Every time he was asked to go on stage, he found an excuse to escape, and that fear had cost him so many opportunities. If I keep running from discomfort, I will never grow. The next day at the office, Ritesh gave himself a small challenge. During a team discussion, instead of staying quiet like he always did, he spoke up and shared his idea. His hands were slightly shaky at first, but the moment he started speaking, the nervousness faded. The team listened carefully. A few of them even praised his point. That evening he wrote, 1. Discomfort comes to teach me. 2. It tells me I can push my limits further. 3. Instead of running from it, I should embrace it. He also tried a small exercise from the book. Every day, put yourself in one small discomfort. It will strengthen your mind and spirit. The next day he took a cold shower. He had always used hot water. For the first few seconds, the cold was shocking, but he focused on his breathing and told himself, "This is temporary. I can handle this." And after a little while, he had adjusted. A few weeks later, when another big presentation came up, Ritesh volunteered. His team was surprised, given what had happened last time. This time, he prepared thoroughly. And before the presentation, he told himself, even if something goes wrong, it will be a learning experience. He delivered the presentation. The clients were impressed. It wasn't perfect, but Ritesh had handled it. And this time, discomfort didn't scare him. It challenged him. Lesson 4. Know when to let go. Ritesh was becoming stronger, but life had one more test waiting. He had been working on a major project for months, something he considered his biggest contribution to the company. He had given up weekends for it. He had stayed late. He had poured everything into it. Then one day his boss called him in. "Ritesh, the project is being cancelled. The client has changed direction. Your hard work won't go to waste, but we can't spend more time on this." Ritesh sat there in silence. He couldn't believe it. He went home and opened the book. That day's lesson was, know when to let go. He read, "Knowing when to release what no longer serves us is a form of wisdom. Letting go doesn't signify failure, but rather the commencement of a new journey." He closed the book and took a deep breath. Letting go feels like giving up, like admitting defeat. But he remembered everything he had learned. He read on. The book told the story of a sailor caught in a terrible storm. His boat was overloaded with goods, all earned through years of hard work. He knew that if he didn't throw the goods overboard, the boat would sink. But letting go of everything he had worked for was agonizing. Finally, he threw the goods into the sea. He reached the shore safely. And later he realized he could earn goods again. But if he hadn't let go in that moment, the boat would have sunk along with him. Ritesh thought about his project. Maybe it's time. This doesn't mean my hard work meant nothing. Maybe this is just the signal for a new beginning. He also thought about a friendship that had broken years ago, a misunderstanding that had never been resolved. He had been holding on to that bitterness for far too long. That same week, he called his old friend. "Whatever happened between us, let's leave it behind. I want to move forward." His friend paused, then apologized, and both of them started fresh. Ritesh realized it wasn't just projects or plans you needed to let go of. Sometimes, you also needed to release old grudges and broken relationships. He wrote in his notebook, 1. Letting go is not failure. It means I am ready for something new. 2. Some things are not meant to stay forever, and that's okay. 3. I need to create space so that new things can enter my life. 1 week later, Ritesh was assigned a brand new project, bigger, more challenging, more exciting than the last one. And he realized if he hadn't let the old one go, he would never have been ready for this. Lesson 5. View difficulties as opportunities. Now Ritesh was leading a team for the first time. It was everything he had worked toward. But with that big opportunity came big challenges. Disagreements within the team, constantly changing client demands, tight deadlines, pressure from every direction. One exhausted evening, he picked up the book. The lesson that day was, view difficulties as opportunities. He read, see challenges not as obstacles on the path to happiness, but as an integral part of it. Each difficulty presents a chance for self-discovery and personal development. He thought, seeing difficulties as opportunities, is that really possible? The book told the story of a king who had a large boulder placed in the middle of the road. Every person who passed by cursed the king and walked around it. But one day a poor farmer came by. He pushed and pushed, sweating, his back aching, until he finally moved the stone. Underneath it, there was a bag of gold and a note. The note read, every challenge comes to teach you something and reward you. If you give up, you will gain nothing, not the lesson, not the reward. Ritesh thought, maybe the difficulties in my life have also come to teach me, but I've only ever seen them as problems. The next day at the office, he called his team together. He told them, I know this project is hard, but let's treat it as a challenge. Whatever problems come, we'll solve them together. This will make us stronger as a team. The team responded. Their energy shifted. When the client demanded sudden changes, Ritesh didn't react with frustration. When team members disagreed, he saw it as an opportunity to find a better solution from different perspectives. He noticed something remarkable. When he stopped seeing problems as threats, they started getting solved. He also applied this at home. He had always had slight disagreements with his parents. Their thinking sometimes felt old-fashioned to him. He used to argue, but now he decided to listen, really listen. That night, his mother talked about some old traditions. Instead of dismissing them, Ritesh tried to understand the wisdom behind them. And he found it. There was depth in what she was saying, born from decades of experience. He wrote, 1. Every problem comes to teach me something. 2. Difficulties expand my thinking and my abilities. 3. Challenges are temporary, but the lessons they leave behind stay forever. When the project was finally completed, the client didn't just appreciate the team's work. They specifically praised Ritesh's leadership. Ritesh picked up his book, smiled, and said quietly, difficulties really are part of the path to happiness. If I face them with patience and wisdom, they are my bag of gold. Lesson 6. Share your light. Weeks and months passed. Ritesh's life was calmer, more focused, and more meaningful than it had ever been. One day, he ran into his old college friend, Arjun. They hadn't spoken in years. They met at a cafe. Arjun looked at him and said, Yar, your life seems so sordid now. You look so calm and positive. What happened to you? Ritesh laughed. Calm and positive? I wasn't always like this. A few months ago, I was just as lost as anyone. Then, what changed? A book, Ritesh said simply. He told Arjun everything, every lesson, every story, every small change he had made. He said, I learned that everything in life is temporary. If you understand this, you stop torturing yourself over things you can't control. I learned to be grateful for small things, and that alone changed my whole mood. I learned to embrace discomfort instead of running from it. I learned to let go of things that were no longer serving me. And most importantly, I learned to see every difficulty as a teacher, not an enemy. Arjun was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "Yar, listening to you makes me feel like I need to make some changes in my own life too." Ritesh nodded. "None of it is easy. I didn't learn any of this in a single day. This book isn't a magic stick, but it will point you in the right direction. The rest is your effort, one small step each day." Arjun promised he would read the book. And in that moment, Ritesh understood the final lesson: share your light. The book said, when knowledge or experience gives you a new direction in life, share it with others. Knowledge is only complete when it also helps someone else. Ritesh started a blog. He wrote about his journey, his struggles, and the lessons that had changed him. Slowly, people began reading. They began reaching out. They began saying, "Your words changed something in me." Every time someone said that, Ritesh felt something he had never felt before, a deeper kind of satisfaction. He picked up the book one last time, placed it gently on his shelf, and smiled. It belongs to everyone who wants to change. Summary of all 6 lessons. Ritesh's journey began with one simple book, and it changed his life completely. Here are the 6 lessons that made all the difference. Lesson 1. Embrace impermanence. Everything is temporary. Good moments and bad moments both pass. Once you truly understand this, you stop worrying about things outside your control and start fully living each moment. Lesson 2. Practice gratitude. Instead of always focusing on what you don't have, appreciate what you already have. Gratitude shifts your attention from lack to abundance and brings a quiet, lasting peace. Lesson 3. Welcome discomfort. Stop running away from uncomfortable situations. Every discomfort is trying to make you stronger. When you embrace it instead of avoiding it, it becomes your greatest teacher. Lesson 4. Know when to let go. Holding on to things that no longer serve you is not loyalty, it's a trap. Letting go is not weakness, it is the beginning of something new. Lesson 5. View difficulties as opportunities. Every challenge that comes your way carries a lesson and a reward inside it. If you face it with patience and curiosity, you will always come out stronger on the other side. Lesson 6. Share your light. When knowledge changes your life, pass it on. It becomes complete only when it helps someone else too. Conclusion. Ritesh's story is not just his, it is the story of anyone who has ever felt like life is going in the wrong direction. The truth is, things will not always go your way. That is not a flaw in life, but how you respond to those moments, that is entirely up to you. If you start seeing impermanence, gratitude, discomfort, letting go, difficulties, and sharing as tools rather than threats, you will find that even the hardest days have something to offer you. That is the heart of this beautiful book by Haemin Sunim. If this summary added even a little value to your day, please like this video, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to 30 Minutes Book Summaries, because here we save you time and give you knowledge that can genuinely change your life.